Good evening. Tonight, the Giants are going to have a happy flight back to San Francisco as they salvage the final game of the series. Giants win 7-4. You can follow on Twitter, join the Crook and Kite Facebook on page on Facebook, and most importantly, please be kind and hit that subscribe button. Yes, it is going to be a happy flight. Do salvage a game in this series, and Derek Holland what was the stopper tonight. And this game started, and Holland did stumble out of the gate, but he managed to get out of a hole. Yeah, in the first inning, Mr. Giant Killer himself, Nolan Arenado, hits a home run to the left to score Charlie Blackmon and Cuevas. And Noel Cuevas score on a Nolan Arenado home run. Quickly gets up to 3-0. And then everybody was probably thinking, oh shit, not this again. But then he settled down afterwards. In the second inning, Brandon Crawford scores on a wild pitch by John Gray, 3-1. Then Panda, 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 Panda. Yes, he did play second base tonight. Singles to center to score Mac Williamson, 3-2. Then the Rockies would answer in the bottom of the second with a Charlie Blackmon single. It would score Tony Walters. It makes it 4-2. And then we get to the fourth inning, and this is where the Giants rock up John Gray. Gray walks Gorkis. And yeah, John Gray walked the bases loaded. And Gorkis Hernandez scores on a walk. Gorkis Hernandez walks, and Mac Williamson scores. And then after that, Buster Posey walks in a run to tie the game. But that was all the Giants could do, but they were not done, not by any part. But it did get John Gray out of the game. Gray only went 3 1/3 innings tonight, allowed 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and his ERA for an ace, not all that wonderful, at 5.68. Then in the fifth inning, Evan Longoria triples to score Brandon Belt, 5-4. This would be Evan Longoria's first triple since August of last year. And then stay hot, Brandon Crawford, 6 singles to left, 6-4. 43 hits in the month of May, the most hits in a single month by a Giant since Marco Scutero back in the glory days. And that would score Evan Longoria. And then in the eighth, Buster Posey singles to score Kelby Tomlinson, 7-4. That would be your final score, but it would not end without not without some torture. And then Brandon Belt, Musgrave, hits him good in the arm. I wouldn't be surprised if he wears protection on his elbow for the next couple games. Reyes Maranta was good. Tony Watson was shut down tonight. Sam Dyson gave up a couple hits. Hunter Strickland, though, he was okay. He did give up a hit, and then one was on. He did give up a couple hits. Then he did have to face Arenado in his last at bat. And he did manage to get Arenado to pop out, so that's got to feel good. Now Hunter Strickland, 11 of 13, 11 saves out of 13 save ops. That's what you want out of a closer. Kelby Tomlinson off the bench, 1 for 1. And for Colorado, Daniel Castro goes 2 for 3. And yeah, the only hit Arenado got was the killer, the home run. And Jake McGee, I he hung in there after getting hit in the shins. There was a lot of pitchers getting hit in the shins in this series. Luckily, we don't have any more people going on the disabled list. And speaking of the disabled list, Jeff Samardzija placed on the 10-day disabled list. No surprise there. Will have an MRI on the shoulder tightness. And we will find out if it's going to be surgery or not for Samardzija. But certainly they don't have to play Colorado again until June 26th. And they get them at home next time. So that's kind of good. And there will certainly be some shuffling around in the rotation for the Philadelphia series. Tyler Beatty was called up today, but he will not be starting. That's the good news. He's going to be pitching out of the bullpen. Ty Block, it's been confirmed he's been demoted to the bullpen. It could be a bullpen game on Sunday. Derek Rodriguez could be your starter on Sunday. It looks like you're going to go on. It'll be Chris Stratton. But if the schedule certainly does not get any easier as they head to home to play Philadelphia. And no, Philadelphia is not going to be any easier for them. So, but they did lose Reese Hoskins to a jaw injury, so he's going to be on the disabled list. So that's not good there. It looks like we're having technical difficulties again. Bear with me. And we're back on air, so thank you. After some technical difficulties there. That's the only downside of Google Chrome. It does tend to freeze up from time to time. I do want to look at the probables for the Philadelphia series. we go, June 1st. On game 1, it will be Nick Pavetta against Chris Stratton. And believe it or not, you can get tickets as low as $6 as of right now. So that's cray there, $6 for tickets. And game 2 on Saturday will be Vince Velasquez against Ty. That's a mistake there. It's going to be Andy Suarez. The website has not updated it. Ty Block's going to be pitching, will be getting skipped in that spot in the rotation. Andy Suarez will pitch Saturday. Sunday will likely be Jake Arrieta, possibly against Derek Rodriguez. So that's probably going to be what that will be. And then you get the Snakes next week. And then you could possibly have a bullpen game on Monday. I'm not sure if it's going to be a bullpen game Monday or not against the D-backs. That's where the schedule kind of gets interesting there. Tuesday will definitely be the return of Madison Bumgarner. Will make his debut against Patrick Corbin. That's going to be must-see TV right there. But that would have been Monday. Could very likely you might see Derek Holland. You might see Holland start Monday. Probably Derek Holland on Monday in that game. Or it could go bullpen game depending on what. But it looks like Derek Rodriguez certainly will be your starter. But I highly doubt we will see Tyler Beatty actually start a game. He will be pitching out of the bullpen, and probably he goes back down once Bumgarner is activated on Tuesday. We could also see the return next week of Joe Panic, so that's some very welcome news there. We also have Alan Hansen getting ready to start a rehab assignment. That's really welcome news there. It could also mean that Kelby Tomlinson could be going back to Sacramento. Unfortunately, with Kelby, it's just there's no room for him. Alan Hansen's got the better upside, even though he'll be in a bench role with the Giants. But the kid was hitting for power before he got hurt, so that's one to watch there. And then I think Mark Melancon will make his return sometime next week too. And then they got to make a decision about Hunter Pence. Probably Austin Jackson's the weak link there, and so it's going to be a lot of shuffling around with the rosters here in the coming week as players are going to be getting healthy and really at the right time. Philadelphia is going to be a tough series. But Arizona, that could possibly be a winnable series. The D-backs have really been leaking oil as of late. So this would be a really good opportunity to rattle off some wins. Because after the D-backs, they go on back to the East Coast to play the Washington Nationals in D.C. And that's going to be no tough. And that's certainly going to be no easy out there, as they will play the Nationals, and Saturday will be a 9:05 game. Saturday, so we'll definitely have a matinee version of Giants Roundup. And Sunday will be a 4:00 game, surprisingly, over in Washington. So that's 4:00 Eastern time, that is. So it gets interesting there. All right. Let's go to the MLB Roundup for tonight. The Red Sox beat the Well, I gotta check the before I go there. I'm gonna check the standings, but the Giants looks like they will stay in fourth place as of right now. But they maintain a now. It's four games back of Colorado, and it's still a wide open division. Well, certainly some time left, but not a lot left. All right, but let's go to the MLB roundup for tonight. The Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 6-4. Your winning pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez. Your losing pitcher Sam Gaviglio. Craig Kimbrell gets his 18th save of the season. And JD Martinez just dingers hits it a 434-foot bomb out of over the Green Monster and literally out of Fenway Park tonight. That was his 18th home run of the season. Blake Sweetheart goes 2 for 3 for the Red Sox. The Brewers beat the Cardinals 3-2 in Alex Reyes' return from Tommy John. And he was not too bad today. 4 scoreless innings. Eric Kratz goes 2 for 3 for the Brewers. Dexter Fowler 3 for 4 for the Cardinals. Alex Reyes, the top story, 4 scoreless innings in his return. Still needs to get that arm strength up. Much welcome news for the Cardinals getting him back. He's certainly going to help the Cardinals down the stretch but the bullpen was not good tonight. John Gant gives up an earned run. Tyler Lyons an earned run without recording an out. And taking the loss, Jeffress takes the win. Junior Guerra 6 scoreless innings for Milwaukee. The Indians sweep the White Sox 9-1. Your winning pitcher Corey Kluber, your losing pitcher Reynaldo Lopez only goes 2 2/3 innings, 7 earned runs. Yonder Alonso goes 3 for 5 for the Indians tonight. Tim Anderson 2 for 3 for the White Sox. And 7 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings. You just have days like this when you're tanking and planning for the future. Chris Volstad 2 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning pitched. And it was just not your day. It was just not their day in Chicago, and hopefully at some point the Southsiders can get it right. In the desert, the D-backs lose to the Reds 7-4. Your winning pitcher Sal Romano. Your losing pitcher Patrick Corbin 6 earned runs, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. Joey Votto goes 3 for 5. Eugenio Suarez goes 3 for 4. Former Giant Adam Duvall hits his 10th home run of the year. Jared Dyson 3 for 5 for the D-backs. John Ryan Murphy 3 for 5 for the D-backs, and Jake Lamb has just really struggled since returning from the disabled list, and they really need Jake Lamb to get his bat up a skosh. TJ McFarland earned run, but Corbin, who's been probably one of Patrick Corbin's worst outings of the year. And in the Bronx, the Yankees get a series win over the Astros 5-3. Your winning pitcher Luis Severino. Taking the loss is Dallas Keuchel. And Keuchel gives up 4 earned in 5 innings pitched, strikes out 7. Severino was lights out, 7 innings pitched, 2 earned, 11 strikeouts today for the Bombers. And in Pittsburgh, in an emotionally filled game, the Pirates beat the Cubbies 2-1. Your winning pitcher Joe Musgrove, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. You're taking the loss, Kyle Hendricks. But this game didn't go without any drama. Jason Hayward goes 3-for-3 for the Cubs. Colin Moran 3-for-4 for the Pirates. And Kyle Crick looks like he's being used as the setup man in Pittsburgh. But in the second inning, Musgrove slides into Javi Baez and he took it up to the second with the bench is cleared. Now the question is, will we see both teams play under a pre-game warning the next time they meet in Chicago next weekend? We'll see. And then in Baltimore, the Nationals beat the Orioles 2-0. Max Scherzer taking the win, going to 9-1 on the year. Scherzer definitely in the running for a Cy Young this year, striking out 12 in 8 innings pitched. Taking the loss for the Orioles, David Hess. Great game, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned. Just not enough today when you're going up like a guy like Scherzer. And Bryce Harper hits his 18th home run of the year. Sean Doolittle with his 13th save of the season. And we'll see if Hess gets traded by the Orioles or not at the trade deadline, as they certainly need to tear it down to the Bolts in Baltimore. And in Detroit, the Tigers beat the Angels 6-1. And the Angels are now 5-10 in their last 15 games. This is starting becoming concerning if you are an Angels fan. Benoist Martin goes 2-for-3. Nicholas Castellanos 3-for-5 for Detroit. Ian Kinsler 2-for-3 for Angels. Cam Bedrosian, not a good night. 4 earned in 1/3 of an inning pitched. Blows a good outing by Shohei Ohtani. Mike Fiers and only an earned run in 5 2/3 innings pitched. And in Atlanta, the Mets beat the Braves 4-1. Your winning pitcher Jason Vargas, your losing pitcher Julio Teheran. And now Ryan Gesselman closing games for the Mets. Just a tough outing for Teheran. Usually a game that will get you a win, but not today. Just did not get the run support. And the Royals beat the Twins 11-8. Your winning pitcher Kevin McCarthy, your losing pitcher Fernando Romero. Jorge Soler goes 4-for-5 for Kansas City. Mike Moustakas with his 12th home run of the year. Dozier with his first home run of the season for Kansas City. Not a good outing for Fernando Romero. 8 earned runs in 1 2/3 innings pitched. Brad Keller only goes 3 innings, 1 earned run. Trevor Oakes, 3 earned in 1 2/3 innings pitched. Birch Smith, 4 earned in 1 inning pitched for Kansas City. And in San Diego, the Padres beat the Marlins 3-2. Your winning pitcher, Matt Strom. Your losing pitcher, Brad Ziegler. Eric Hosmer goes 2 for 3 for the Friars today. And a really solid outing out of Clayton Richard today for the Friars. And games currently in progress right now in the bottom of the ninth. The A's being blanked by the Rays 6-0. And they've only got 1 hit today and 4 errors. Not a good night for the A's. Jed Lowry with the only hit for Oakland. Nathan Eovaldi threw a no-hitter, and then Font gives up the only hit in 2 innings pitched against his old team. Flat outing by Sean Manaea, 4 earned in 5 innings pitched. Daniel Colom, an earned run in 1 inning, two earned runs in 1 inning pitched. And Manaea hits 2 batters. In the bottom of the eighth down in LA, the LA Dodgers lead the Philadelphia Phillies 7-1. Muncy with his 7th home run. Matt Kemp with his 7th home run for the Dodgers. Ross Stripling only an earned run in 7 innings pitched for the Dodgers. 9 strikeouts. It looks like he's earning his spot in the starting rotation. Zach Eflin, 5 earned runs in 4 innings pitched. Victor Arano, 2 earned runs in 2 innings pitched for the Phillies. And in Seattle, the Rangers currently lead the Mariners 7-5. Robinson Chirinos goes 2 for 4. Kyle Seager 2 for 3 for Seattle. Gene Segura 2 for 3. And James Paxton 2 earned in 5 innings pitched. Former Giant Matt Moore 5 runs, 4 earned in 5 1/3 innings pitched, with a not all that wonderful ERA of 7.85. Ryan Cook 2 earned with 1/3 of an inning pitched. Mark Resbazinski 2 earned runs without recording an out. So the Mariners bullpen's been awful today. And currently down on the farm, the Grizzlies lead the Albuquerque Isotopes 12-11 in Albuquerque tonight. Tyler White goes 3 for 6. John Kemmer 4 for 6. Eduardo De Oleo 3 for 6 for the Grizzlies. And it was definitely pitching optional tonight. Brock Dykesholm 3 earned in 4 innings pitched. Raymond Goudron 4 earned in 1/3 of an inning pitched. Jacob Doris 3 runs, 2 earned for the Grizzlies. Brett Oberholzer 8 earned in 4 1/3 innings pitched. DJ Johnson 3 runs, 2 earned in a wild game in Albuquerque tonight. And the River Cats lose to the Chihuahuas tonight, 4-3. Steven Duggar goes 2 for 5. Austin Slater 2 for 4. Daniel Camarena, I think, making his debut for the second start for the Grizzlies, for the River Cats, excuse me. Tyler Rogers, and not a good night for Josh Osich. 3 earned without recording an out tonight. Manny Parra takes the loss. And I think Sean Anderson's going to be promoted to Sacramento, with Tyler Beatty going up. But we'll see who takes a Beatty spot in the next few days. But if there was one thing that they were talking about, that Dave Fleming was talking about, I thought was interesting, is possibly pre-sticked baseballs next year to solve some of this pine tar debate. I kind of find it interesting. I've never been a fan of pine tar, but you want to get good enough to grip, and if you can cut down on the pine tar, then you cut down on arguments. Happiness speeds up time. I could be for it. Pre-stick baseballs might be a skosh better than the juiced baseballs, but I thought that was an interesting topic they were talking about tonight, especially with all the debate going on with pine tar nowadays. So we'll see what that works out. But everybody have a good night. Get some rest. I will see you Friday night. Let's go home and enjoy some home cooking and hopefully get a win off the Phillies. Good night, everybody.